Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today you'll see in the title I'm doing this look on here, but using my brand new Spectrum brushes that I bought last week. So I'm kind of doing a mini review of these as I'm creating this look. Yeah, so if you want to see how I create this look or see what I think about the brushes, just keep on watching. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing kind of like a review of these brushes that I bought. So they're from Spectrum. I asked on my Instagram what did people think were good brushes, and this was recommended to me. So I just went on and I looked for a brush set that I could get a few brushes in and try them out. So they had like 4 different sets, so the elements of earth. So I bought the one that was air, obviously it says it there. So it came in this bag and 8 brushes, so that's them there. So I'm just going to kind of do a tutorial slash review kind of a thing using all these and see how it turns out and see what I think of them. First brush I'm going using is the A17. So they're kind of, you can't really see, it's labelled there in gold just here. That they're just called a letter and a number, I think all of them. Yeah, A something they're called. And then that's just, it's just, I'm going to use this for my eyebrows. So it's just a nice angled brush. And I done that one off camera, but yeah, it gives a nice and soft finish. Which I'm liking at the moment. I don't like, I used to do my eyebrows really dramatic, but I'm not anymore. So like, it's nice and soft, if you get me. It's not too dense or anything. So the next brush then that I'm using is the A18, just to carve out my brow. I keep doing one side off camera just so, because it's my first time using these, so I just want to see what they're like and then show you on the other side. So it's just, it's a nice flat concealer brush. There's a little bit of thickness in it, but it's quite nice actually to use. I was looking for a bigger concealer brush, and this is actually quite perfect. Like, it finished it nicely, if you get me. Yeah, and I'm just using the P. Louise base as always. Just to carve the brows then. Like, it cuts in quite nicely around and doesn't like leave off too much product, if you get me. Like some brushes, if it doesn't stick to the brush, if you get me, so it just places it all over the place. Yeah, and it's nice, like it pats it in nice as well. Usually I'd use a concealer brush and then I'd have to take a different brush to pat it in, but this is good for both. So far I'm liking, and I'm only 2 brushes in, so that's always a good sign. Leave all the names of the brushes down below, so that if you wanted to go back, but I don't know if they sell these ones separately, but they're in the set anyway. And I really like that one also. So I just went and done this eye off camera so that I knew where I was going and what I was going using. So I'm gonna do this now over on this side. Because there's only 8 brushes in the set, I don't have enough to do all of this, but I will use every single one of the Spectrum brushes just to show you, but there'll be other brushes in it just in case you're wondering. So first off, using the B07. So it's just this one. I'm going packing in, so I'm using the Urban Bible for all of this look. I only used 3 colours. I used Sacrifice, Freedom and Veil. So on this brush I'm using Sacrifice, and I'm just going pressing that all around the crease. So I want this very dark and high enough. So I'm just going to keep patting until I'm happy. And it doesn't have to be clean because you'll be blending afterwards. Or tidy or anything like that. But just kind of on the edges then. I'm just kind of really lightly just swirling the brush just to take down the harshness. And then just another little bit, and I'm just gonna really press that then around the edge. Like so. And then, so I used a Rebel Luna brush for this. There's only 2 eye brushes in the set. So that one, and I'll use the other one later on. So I'm using the Sosu X Kaylee SK02, and with the colour Freedom then a lighter purple from the Urban Bible palette. Just half on the colour I've already placed and half on the skin. I'm just going around that kind of circular shape and pressing in that purple and slightly blending the whole way around. And then I'm going to go back with the brush with nothing else added and just light circular motion. Just to really bring out that lighter purple and blend in the darker edge. And then back in with the Spectrum brush then and Sacrifice again, just to darken up. Now that I know where I'm going with everything, I'm just pressing that all around again and really blending this time. And then with nothing added on the Kaylee brush, just blending that. And then with a Rebel Luna R21 and Veil from the Urban Bible, it's just the white shade, I'm just lightly blending all of the edge. And that kind of, it doesn't change the colour, but it lightens the outside to make it look like there's another colour there, and just blends it really seamlessly, so it's just an easier option. So all across the outside until you're happy with the blend. And that's all I'm kind of adding in, just those 3 shades, and that's it. So I'm going to go back in with the Spectrum brush that I used to carve out the brows, just because it was a really nice flat concealer brush, and some of the P. Louise base again. So this is the A18, and I'm just going to carve the crease. So I always carve a full crease and then blend back in the outside. I just find that the easiest, so that's what I'm going to do. So when you've it all carved, and now I can see exactly where the curve is, I'm taking the Spectrum brush again because it has a nice point on the top of it, and with the dark purple, the Sacrifice, just where I want it really dark, I'm just going along lightly, pressing and pushing that in, and now I know how far out here I want to come as well. So it makes it a lot easier that way, and then it's even the whole way around. But then if you do that step, make sure you go back in with the other colour and blend that out again. completely out. And the same with the white shade. What I'm going to do next is blend the outer corner. So same spectrum brush again, the dark purple, and just pressing that in right out here in the corner. And this is going to be your darkest part, that outer V. Just bring it in as far as you want. So I kind of brought it in a little bit, then I added the glitter and then went back and blended the last bit. So whichever suits you, that's just what I find the easiest. And just make sure it's all even out here then. I have all the outside blended, and just with my Rebelluna R22, I'm taking Inglot Body Sparkles 53. It's kind of, it looks white in the pot, but when you put it on it turns purple. So it goes perfect with this look. And I'm just patting that all over the crease then. To get these kind of white reflex with a small bit of duo glue, I'm just going pressing that on over what I already placed down. And then with the same Rebelluna brush, the R22, I'm just taking the Inglot Body Sparkles in 104. I'm pressing that on. They're kind of like crystally, they're thick glitters. So it gives a really nice reflect off over the top, but you still have the purple shining through. But now you just have like a whitish kind of shine, if you get me. I'm so bad at explaining, sorry. I just cleaned away under my eye the fallout and just added an Essence eyeliner to my waterline. It's kind of a reddy wine colour. And now I'm going in with the second eyeshadow brush that's in the set, and it's the A12. So it's a small little kind of bullet brush, great for detail. So taking Sacrifice first and just really close to the lash line. I'm going to pop in that and make sure to join it out on the corner to tie it all together. Then on the SK02, I'm taking Freedom and just blending out that colour and joining on the edge again. Rebelluna R21, I'm just blending all that out with the white colour from the palette Veil, just to give it a nice smooth edge, and bring it all around the eye to bring it all together then. So next what I'm using is foundation. So I'm not using a brush, I never use a brush for foundation, so I'm just using my Real Techniques Beauty Blender and the blush foundation in Pale Almond. Just what I use all the time now, it's just my go-to, just because it sits really nicely on my skin. Then I'm just using the Crease Camouflage Concealer, and it's in shade Light Natural, and I just blend that in with Beauty Blender as well. Concealer just blends in with any foundation that I wear, and it doesn't crease or anything while you're wearing it, so it just matches so well to this foundation because the foundation lasts so long, and then so does this concealer, so it's just a perfect match for me anyway. The first part of bronzing and contouring, I started to love the So Sue, the cream sticks, and in the shade Cool, I just apply a little bit all around the outside of my face and blend it in. I still bronze over this, not much though, but I just love the finish that this gives. to the face. I'm really after liking these, and I used to never like cream products near my face at all, but I do love these. And the brush I'm going to use with this today is the A02 it's called. It's just a flat headed brush, it's kind of at an angle. So I'll see how it goes. So I just like pressing this into the skin. I don't like rubbing or anything like that. I just like pressing it in. I think it finishes better. So the brush I used to use for this was like a flat top brush like this as well, but it's very dense. But this is very soft, if you can see it there. I actually really like how this is setting it in to the skin. Yeah, I really like these brushes. Even the two eye brushes were lovely to work with as well. And this is just blending it in so nicely into the skin. Yeah, these brushes are definitely a must get. And I've 3 more to go, so. And then I have another one, cream contour stick, but this one is a glow. So I just pop a little bit on my cheeks. I obviously highlight over this as well. But I just love the finish, and the base that this gives to the skin is just lovely. And just with the same brush, I'm just going to press that in the exact same way. The last 3 brushes, and to finish off bronzing the face, I'm just going to use this one, which is A00. So it's a really big brush. So I'm going to use this for bronzer, and I'm using the Be Bold kit. It's a really big brush, so it covers a lot at once. It's really soft, and it's dispersing the product really nicely, I think. Yeah, these brushes are so nice to use. I'll definitely be picking up more of these, I'd say. I might see what other kind of sets they have. I hate buying single brushes because I never know which ones to pick. So it's just easier to buy a set. That's the bronzer. And then for the contour, I'm going to use the A05. So it's an angled fluffy brush. And I'm just using the shade from the Be Bold kit again. They're really easy to use to blend products. So if you were someone starting out, or someone that finds it hard to blend your products, these would be perfect. Like, it's so soft. That I thought they'd be like flimsy nearly, and just putting the product everywhere, but they're actually not. And then for the highlight, I'm going using the B08, and this is the last brush from the set, and I'm just using the Be Bold kit again. Yeah, good brush. So yeah, definitely a must get if you're looking for new brushes. They're fab. This is just, it's placing the highlighter perfectly where I want it and blending without much work, if that makes sense. Finish off the inner eye and the lips, and then I'll be back on to talk about the brushes. So this is the finished look then, using the Spectrum brushes. That was my first time using them today, so I had to do bits off and on camera, but I am very impressed with them. I'll definitely be buying more. Yeah, so if you have any questions about any of the brushes or whatever, you can ask down below or over on Instagram. I'll leave the names of all those brushes down below, and if you have any questions in general, just ask away.